Hey guys, it is the first day of December, the first Monday, and it is time for us to do our Mopar Monday. And today we're not unboxing anything. I don't have anything new along the lines of Mopars right at the moment to crack open, but we do have some videos that we have not done yet. There may even be a couple cars here that you haven't seen yet in my collection. These are all of the stock looking 70 Dodge Chargers from Greenlight. I know there are other 70 Dodge Chargers, so before people start commenting, you don't have all of them. So I just want to let you know I'm looking at the stock ones, not the custom ones, nothing with any kind of custom paint job and such, only stock paint jobs. And I've come up with 9. I think there are only 9 of them in existence that are stock looking. Now there are a few custom ones, especially from the early days when they had the Muscle Car Garage stock and custom series, where they made a stock version and a custom version of each car. So I'm sure there's a few there. Actually, I know there are a few there because there was a couple I was tempted on buying, but I just passed on them because of the price and also because I'm trying to stick with mainly stock muscle cars. So one of them that were in the stock and custom series was this guy right here, the white RT. So he does have a custom counterpart, and I forget what it looks like. But anyways, this is the stock one. The white with a black vinyl top and a beige interior. Very sweet looking car. The 70s from the side stance are known for those little scoops on the door. Also with the longer fender in front of the front wheel, it probably was an extra 3 or 4 inches added on there compared to the 68 and 9s. They're a little bit longer. And then they had the wraparound front bumper too. That was something also new for the year 70. So very cool looking car, and that very long looking tail light on the backside. And anyways, this one coming up next is one that was the hardest one for me to find, and it's still yet today. I think it's the hardest one to acquire, even though it's not the most limited, or is it like limited in a limited series or by production number, because they made quite a few of these guys here. This is from, I think it's Auction Block Series 15, and this guy was very hard to acquire. And another thing about this particular casting of the 70 Charger, they had some issues with the paint by the B pillar. There's a seam here, a casting seam, and that's fine. And usually there's a little line on the paint there, just a little one. But for some reason, these cars had an issue with the paint adhering to the top of the quarter panel. There's a lot of cracks on some of them on top of the quarter panel on the passenger side specifically, but some on the driver's side too. This one is not such a bad example. Still, there are better examples out there, though. The line on the B pillar is kind of normal. We see that on all of them. And such, like, for example, you can kind of see that line on this one there. But going down on the quarter, white's hard to see. We'll look at another darker color. But, yeah, this is the hardest one to find, in my opinion. As you can see, this is number 1595. Well, I have a couple Chargers here that are limited to 912, but this is still harder to find than them. I guess everybody that got this car wanted to keep it and doesn't plan on selling it because they do not come up very often. I found this one loose. And I was happy to get it, even though it has some cracks in the paint. It's still nice to have one with cracks in the paint than not have one at all. So that's one way to look at it. And as I said, if you do get one brand new in the pack, most likely it's probably going to crack there or has cracks there, because this particular car, I don't know if it was the paint or what the reason is, but it cracked on top on both sides. Or the casting line shows up more. This side is more just the casting line shows up. This side, though, you can see it's cracked just a little bit. So, yeah, if you have not acquired this one yet, good luck with your hunt, because they are hard to find. Now, the most limited ones in production were these two guys here. They were collectible corners, something like that, I think. It's a hobby shop or something like that. Kind of like Miho. These cars are made for companies such something like that. And anyways, the production run on both of these were 912. So they were very hard to come across. Now, this one here, though, I don't know why it has 2,368 on the bottom, because on the package it says a run was only 912. Maybe this one was more, but I could have swore it said 912. Anyways, this guy here, though, is 912, and it has no number on the little square or rectangle. And this is a dark color, so you could see how you could see the casting line on the top of the quarter panel just a little bit. It's not that noticeable like it is on the blue one. So, very cool car. I love the white interior with the plum crazy paint and the white tail stripe. Very nicely done. Wrap around front bumper. All these have opening hoods. Sorry, I haven't been popping the hoods open on them. But really, the under the hood quality of the Greenlight Dodge B bodies are not that great. The engines are a little too small. On this one, they really messed up because they painted the inner fenders and core support black. It should have stayed purple, the same color as the car, because that's, well, what Chrysler does. They dip the body in paint or however that works, but this is how they should be, where your inner fenders, firewall, and core support are white, like the car is white. The radiator should have still been black, but the core support itself and the inner fenders would have been the same color as the body. But as you can see how tiny the engine looks in these cars is a little bit ridiculous, because they did get it right with their second gen Plymouths. So I don't know what the deal is, but they're still cool. As I said, this is one of my favorite cars. Like when it comes to collecting the Mopar muscle stuff, the second gen Chargers. Now they did the black treatment under the hood of this one too. But anyways, still nice looking cars. Now, here's the pink one. As I mentioned, this one I thought was 912, but it may be more. But I could have swore it was just 912. But underneath, this kind of is on the contrary with this number 2,368. And let's see how they did under the hood of this one. They did do good on this one, though. It's pink under the hood, just like the real one would have been. So that's really sweet. Even though the motor's a little small, still yet the detail is great. Seeing that Panther Pink Moulin Rouge color underneath the hood. And this one too has, I don't know, some weird interior in it. It's kind of custom painted interior. I don't know if you could get like a double pattern, like in the 70 model, like that style. You maybe could have, but I don't know. I thought it was just like one color, that's it. Or if you did get something different, like for example, a lot of the Plymouth B bodies, they had, especially on the second gen Roadrunners and stuff, had the inserts of the seats were a different color, sometimes color coordinated with the paint of the car, and the outer part of the seat was black. But this looks like the sides and back of the front seats are black, and the front, like back part of the seat and where you sit is white, and the back seat is white except for the center is black. It's kind of a weird two-tone combo. But sweet car anyways. Then next is another one that is a little hard to find, but you can still get them reasonably priced if you shop around and wait. They do pop up every now and then for $20 or less. But a lot of people want a lot for these cars. But they do come up occasionally for a decent price if you have not acquired this one yet. This is the copper one from the Mechham series, and what was unique about this particular series release was that every chase car in this series had yellow tires. I don't know what the deal was with that. I don't know the whole story behind that, but this is the only series Greenlight ever did that with. They put yellow tires on all the green machines, and I think that was the only trait that had yellow tires. The Chargers, the Chevelle, the Bronco, everything. And the one car that was probably, I would say, the most desirable of all of them was probably the 70 Chevelle SS454, because the car itself was yellow, Daytona yellow with black stripes, and it had the yellow tires, which looked pretty cool. It reminded me of a lightning strike. But this car's from that same series, so if you ever find the green machine of this, it would have yellow tires and still be this copper color. Now, moving on to another older one. This is from Muscle Car Garage, and this is one that came with the shop tools. So this would have been like the hobby exclusive one. I think it came with a toolbox or a tool bench, something like that. And this is one of only two 70s that they released with these Magnum 500 wheels. And they put them where they're wide. I don't know why they did some wide and some narrow. Some of the narrow ones, they look good. They look correct. But these very fat tires look a little weird on the Greenlight cars. As you can see, even their Mopar rallies are like that. They're not as bad on the B bodies as they look on the E bodies. But from the side stance, it's not too bad. I thought we were going to have a problem with the video. It's jumping off focus like crazy there. So anyways, yeah, this is a really cool color combo, though. This, like, I guess I would call it like a silver gray with a red interior and red tail stripe. Very cool. And let's see what's going on under the hood of this one. And they did silver under the hood of this one. It looks very good. That is correct. Number 3237. And then the last three. Okay, here is the red one. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. I'm colorblind today, because in my camera, they both look pink. I don't know why, but this is the red one. I'm sorry, that's why there's 2,368 of them. I placed it in the wrong spot. Darn it. So maybe it did have custom interior. This is from a Barrett Jackson series. Sorry about that. So this is red. Everybody's probably like, well, that's not pink. He's like colorblind. So this is pink. This is your Moulin Rouge one. And anyway, sorry about that. I put it in the wrong spot. I put it next to the purple one, and I was going to do those together. Yeah, there's your Moulin Rouge one, but they did paint Moulin Rouge under the hood, which is cool. And it does have an entire white interior. And on the bottom of this car, it has no number. So these were the hobby shop exclusive one that was limited to 912. I thought I was right about the 912 with these two. I just had the colors mixed up. And they look nothing alike when they're next to each other. I just had that placed next to the purple one and did it that way. My bad. So, this is the only one that I will swapped. Excuse me. And then this one has the Chrome Mopar rallies from the Mopar wheel and tire package from Greenlight. This is the Supernatural release that had the wagon wheels on it, I guess I would call them. Chrome wheels with holes in them. I ripped those off and threw on a set of Chrome rally wheels. Now it looks really good. Bone stock 70 Charger in black with a white tail stripe and a beige interior. Looks really cool. And then last is the green one. This is the last one that they released too. This is from the Barrett Jackson series, and it is, I guess this would be like a sassy grass color. It looks a little more yellowish. I don't know, it could be limelight too. Not sure on the color of this, but it's very unique because it has the black hood stripes, but it has a white top and white tail stripe and a white interior. So it is kind of a unique combo. And then under the hood of this one, they did write, It is green under the hood to match the car. The air cleaner they put on crooked. I noticed that on a couple other ones. I didn't point it out because it was not as bad as this one. This one's pretty bad. So, but anyways, as I said, when I display these, the hoods are closed because the engines are too small anyway. So I just leave them closed and have them on their side profile so you can't see how fat the tires are. But I wish somebody else would do a correct scale 70 Charger because Greenlight does it in their correct scale size, I think. And they are nicely done. It's just a wheel and tire combo is a little big, and also the stance is a little low, but it is a very nice casting. I'm thankful we just have a 70 Charger that's true scale so we can put them in dioramas. Johnny Lightning makes one, but they're too small. So that's it for our Mopar Monday, guys. I hope you enjoyed. Sorry about that. I'm getting really choked up today. I've been fighting this stupid head cold. I'm just now starting to get over it, I hope. So anyways, guys, that's it for our Mopar Monday. We'll be back midweek with some more lowriders. And well, we're going to be doing some customs too coming soon because I ordered some chassis for lowriders from a company in Canada that builds 3D parts for Diecast, and he makes a complete lowrider chassis. So we're going to see how those work out. So hopefully they will be able to do one of those maybe by next week. So that would be cool. So anyways, guys, have a great start to your week, first week of December, and we will see you again sometime in the middle of the week.